Hello and welcome. If you're new here, hi, I'm Aaliyah. If you're not new here, you already know me. But today I thought I'd sit down and go through some questions that were asked of me on Instagram, just so I can get to talk to you guys, because again, I haven't been posting here and I'm so sorry. I just have other priorities, which I know sucks because I should be doing this too. But anyways, so we'll get through these questions, but I'm also going to be doing a eyeshadow look just to kind of mess around because I am going to the Ren Fair this Saturday. It'll be my first one. This is my inspiration right here. This is the costume I have put together. It's going to be mostly black. I do have a corset, which I'm thinking I want to probably do colors that are close to whatever is on here. So maybe like pinks or reds, burgundies. The crown also has some burgundy flowers. And I got this like burgundy scarf thing to go over, shawl thing. So we're gonna try to figure out a look today, as well as get to these questions. Alright, so first things first, I'm gonna go ahead and get my hair. It's braided right now, but have it like out of my face so I can get to every part of my canvas. And then we're gonna prime the face. I did already do skincare earlier, so we're gonna go in with the tinted glow drops to give us some glow. And while I'm doing that, the first question that came up was from my friend Angie, one of my #1 supporters. She said, when is the next food vlog? She actually gave me 3 questions, so we'll hit each one of these. When is the next food vlog? So that's a good question. New food vlog in terms of like when we do like mukbangs, or food vlog like as in one of our Imagination Station Disney vlogs. I think it's probably leaning more towards the mukbang one. That's a good question. I don't know. I think it would have to be maybe when we go to a place that we haven't been to or have been wanting to go to but just haven't tried in a while. I'll keep you posted on that though. That I haven't even really considered, because for the most part, like as everybody knows, we work a decent amount. The days that we're off for the most part, we're at Disneyland. So yeah, that one, I'll keep you posted on that. Her second question was, when are we going to go to Barnes & Noble? We've been saying we're going to go to Barnes & Noble for so long. I will reach out to you after I post this video, and we will maybe try to do, if you're available, maybe we can go on Sunday, because I don't think I have anything going this coming Sunday. But recently I have become a book talk girl. I've really been obsessed with reading, mostly romance and dark romance, and right now I'm currently reading Hunting Adeline. So yeah, that's been interesting so far. I'm about 200 pages in now, and there's I think 700 pages total in this book. So I don't know, I like it. It's just there's things that are hard to stomach in those books. I definitely need to go on another Barnes & Noble trip soon because I need more books. Next, going in with this. So I normally use just the clear brow gel, and I have like another one that's like a tint. So I'll do the tint, then the clear one. We went recently, they didn't have it. So I had to get this one, which is a combination of the glue with the tint. This is in, I think, ash brown. Yeah, tinted, where does it say? Oh, taupe, I'm sorry. And I'll just do this real quick. Again, my eyebrows are microbladed. I had them done a really long time ago. I never got them touched up. So like I can see parts that are kind of like spotty and fading. So I'm just gonna do this, especially because I have curly eyebrows. They kind of go everywhere. And then I'll just kind of get this already full of glue, wisp eyebrow thing, and kind of brush them into place. Fleeky, fleeky. Alright, cool. Her last question is, when are we going to kick it? Maybe the day of the Barnes & Noble on Sunday, if that happens. Again, I will reach out to you for that. The next part in this multiple step process is going to be eyeshadow. So for eyeshadow, I go ahead and prime first with Juvia's Place. This is in shade 1. And this I put all over my lid. So I'll put a little bit on the back of my hand, use a separate brush, and just go to town. Normally I do this with tape, but right now I don't have tape. I actually ran out not too long ago, so we're not going to do it with tape. So 1, and then on the lid. all over. I always go all the way like up to my eyebrows too. I just try not to make it too thick up there because then it won't really blend in nicely. Just a little bit. What you want. Alrighty, while I'm working this in, I like to pat it down with my finger, and we're gonna go to our next question, which is from Lulu. Lulu is another one of my top supporters. This is Angie's sister, and she said, book talk with Aaliyah has to be a thing. Can we make it happen? So if you follow me on Instagram, you know I've been posting all the books that I've been reading, and I've been posting like, I try not to give spoilers, but I also try to give like warning and background on the books that I've been reading. And even though I haven't really considered doing it, well, I kind of have a little bit, but I haven't really delved into considering whether I want to do like a book talk style thing. Like maybe I'll do reels on Instagram or do TikToks talking about the books. But I mean, if I can try to fit it into my schedule, I really need to like sit down and organize and just have a nice schedule going for all the different kinds of videos and stuff that I need to record or streaming and stuff like that. I need to get organized with my creative life because that is so not organized. It's kind of just like when I find time to do it, I'm gonna do it. But that's definitely something that I'm interested in doing, so stay tuned for that. There may be a TikTok or short out soon about the book. Alrighty, so I'll prime both lids. After we're done with that, we're gonna go in with eyeshadows. So I'm going to use the 35D Desert Bouquet by Morphe palette. This one has a bunch of different colors, but again, I'm trying to match this. I think to start it off, I'm probably going to go in with this color Adobe, which is more of a cream, just to kind of get everything even. And since we're on the topic of books, I'm also going to go in with my Game of Thrones Urban Decay eyeshadow palette. Love this thing. First of all, you open it and there's like a little mirror in here and it says a quote by Daenerys. And then if you open this, the Iron Throne is in here. Isn't that amazing? It's like crispy. So crispy. And there's a quote in here by Tyrion Lannister. And then if you close this, on this side is the eyeshadow palette. So I'm just going to pull this out. And in here you have all the different shades, but I'm going to use some of this Lannister red as well. So let's go ahead and do the first shade that I told you from the Morphe palette. And I'm sorry, I'm just drying it off on my arm because I cleaned them earlier and I wanted to make sure it was dry. So into here, and we're just gonna tap that Adobe color all over and then kind of blend it in. Sorry, I need to see up close when I'm doing my eyes. And from where I'm sitting, my mirror is like so far away. Okay, next question while I'm here. My mom asked, when are we going to Big Bear again? That's a good question. I don't even remember the last time we went to Big Bear. It must have been when we were little. I have been wanting to go back to the mountains or camping in general, and Big Bear is probably going to be more realistic than like going to Yosemite because Yosemite's so far, even though I prefer it. But that's a good question. I would love to go to the mountains. I feel like I really need to just unplug and connect with nature and just let my little asthmatic lungs breathe that crisp mountain air. So that is also to be determined. I'm sorry, everybody has been trying to make plans with me and I feel really bad because I seem extrovert, but it's because I'm by myself or at Disneyland. But I do feel like I am very much an introvert. I make plans with my friends sometimes and sometimes they'll fall through, and it's not just because of me, it's because of them too. But I don't know, like I don't know why I get such anxiety about going out and like doing things with people. And I'm such a like planner, like I'm a Virgo. I'm such a planner with my life. I like to have things in order. I don't like last minute things. And I'm just very bad at planning with other people to go other places that aren't like Disneyland. And I feel like it's because at the end of the day, I'm just so exhausted from like work mentally that I come home and now it's been like I turn to a good book or I just pretty much isolate myself, to be honest. That's definitely something I need to work on not doing. So yeah, I don't know, we'll see. Next I'm gonna go in, let's try some of that Lannister red and just blend it into the corner to see if it'll help. So again, with another fluffy brush. And this one is one of the cosmetic brushes. So I'm going to tap just a little bit because the Urban Decay is very pigmented. I'm just going to tap on the outside. I think I'm going to need a lighter color first. I'm going to use, there's a Hot Nights color in here from Morphe. It looks like this. I'm going to do that one first, and then we'll go in with the other color. So I like to start on the outer corner of my eye and then just kind of blend inward. Next question, and I'm laughing, sorry, because my sister asks, how about you send me your schedule so that the next time you're off we can go to a concert? Again, she has been trying to plan something with me for like a minute now, and I have been so bad. I had told her already to like, oh yeah, I'll send you my schedule when I get a chance, and I have not done that. So if I've been not, you know, reaching out to you and planning things, I apologize. But it's not just you. Please do not take it personally. I have not been planning anything with anybody. I'm sorry. Alrighty, I'm doing the other eye now. Again, this is doing eyeshadow without doing that tape method. If you do the tape method, it'll be so much cleaner, but we're not doing that today. So once it looks like this, it looks thinner here, nothing on the center of my lid, and then just red. We're gonna go ahead and do that Lannister red now and go back in and try to darken the outer corners and keep that just on the outer corner. You can try to blend it in just a little bit inward, but we want it mostly just right here. Alrighty, once the eyes are looking like this, now we need a color that's going to be kind of shimmery here, but before we put it on, I do use the NYX glitter glue. So again, same process, put it on the back of my hand, take that same little brush and just put all that glue from the corner of your inner part of your eye and kind of drag it out halfway. To keep with like the whites, and because we already have red, I think the best choice is to kind of go in with the shimmery glitter. So I think I'm going to go ahead and go in with Hard Home from the Game of Thrones palette. I have a separate brush that I only use for my glitter, so I'm going to pick that up, get some of that color on there, and tap it on. So far I think I'm really liking this eye look for the Renaissance Fair. Also, if you have any tips, tricks, or suggestions, please let me know down below, because again, it's my first one. I've already been told to hydrate, which I do pretty much on a daily basis anyways. I have water around me all the time. I've also been told comfortable shoes, so I think I'm just gonna wear like tennis shoes instead of wearing like boots or something. Although I did see somebody on TikTok had some really cute leather flats that they got from the fair, so maybe that'll be in the cards, but I know it won't have much support for my feet, so I'll probably have like pain. We'll see. I've also been told that we have to get there early and to take cash, because cash is preferred, but also it's like the only form of currency that some of the places take. Alrighty, once we have that on, again, I would like to use the same brush without any additional eyeshadow that was for the Lannister red, and I'm gonna go in and just kind of smooth out that transition a little bit by just tapping where the glitter meets this darker color. We're gonna go in with a different brush. I'm gonna do like a light white again as well, right on top in my brow bone. That's why we left that part white. So just here. Alrighty, next we're gonna go ahead and just put that lighter shade that we did, the lighter red and the Lannister red on the bottom. And then a little bit of the Hard Home color as well. But first we're going to prime the bottom lids. I'm going to use a smaller flat brush to go in with those colors. So first, that first red we went into, I'm going to start in the middle and work it out. And then with the hardcore, finally we go in here. And then the Lannister red, darken out the outer corners. Again, if you're new to this channel, or to me in general, I am also a part of the Imagination Station, which is primarily like a Disney theme park, food, vlogging, a little bit of everything channel. We mostly post about Disney and our travels though, because they're so close to us from where we live. We used to go to Universal a lot, especially during the early days of the pandemic, but it became unrealistic because we had passes and the parks are just so far from us, from like to go to Universal, and that traffic is horrid. So we do want to go again soon, sometime in the future. Maybe we'll end up going to Universal Fan Fest. We haven't decided yet, but yeah, right now that's not in the cards for us. But yeah, if you want to check out the Imagination Station as well, I'll put the link in the bio so you can check us out too. Okay, so now that we got our face down to how our eyes down how we pretty much want them, I'm gonna go in with the NYX, the face glue. It's a primer. I know it looks like legitimate glue, but this works so well, and I've been so obsessed with it that I actually bought another one already because this one's running low. But it just, if you have like dry skin or combination skin, I feel like it works really well because it moisturizes your face, or at least that's what it feels like to me. And once you apply your foundation and the rest of your makeup, it really just feels like it absorbs into your skin, which you kind of want because you don't want your makeup to be moving all over the place. So I just go ahead and put this all over my face, and then I go in with my foundation. So for my recent foundation, I've been using Tear, as many of you know. This is in the color 13W Cream, and it is a cushion foundation. The way you apply this is you push into the cushion, and this is what it looks like. I'm actually running low, I have to buy another one. Push into the cushion, you tap it over here, and then you just go to town on your face. This was like my winter color, and I know I'm definitely getting a little bit darker, just a little bit for now, with the sun being out more. So I need to get a darker foundation. Again, just tapping everywhere. A little goes a long way, and it has so much coverage. It's lightweight, and you can definitely build on it. But again, I've noticed that you need to have like a dewy like base, like skincare wise or with the primer wise, for this foundation, because there was a day where my skin was just not having it, and I don't think I was using that primer at the time, but it just didn't go on right, and it started like rolling off, and I was like, what is going on? But yeah, so I'll apply this everywhere. Then with the separate sponge, I kind of go in and push all that foundation into my skin. I am also breaking out a lot right now. I'm just finishing my time of month, and my skin gets very hormonal in that way, so I apologize for my blemishes. Alrighty, so once we have that all blended in, I go in with liquid blush, cream concealer, cream bronzer, and just concealer. So the concealer I'm using is going to be the Bear With Me Concealer Serum by NYX. This one I feel is pretty good coverage too. This is going to be in the color, oh, Fair. So this is Fair. And I applied this with a separate brush, and I put it right in the corner of my eyes. And then because I'm going to need to clean up the eyeshadow since we're not using the tape, I put some on the outside as well. And then I'm going to take some of this and put it on all of my blemishes. Even though this won't flatten them, it is going to kind of hide the redness. And just put it wherever you have any other issues. For the cream blush, we're going to go in with Sweet Cheeks. This is in the color Baby Doll. This is also very pigmented, so I just put like 2 to 3 drops on each side, and a little bit on my nose since we're going to go for that Renaissance look. And then for my cream concealer and contour, this is going to be that stick from NYX, the Wonder Stick. So I'll go ahead and go here, and then underneath a little bit, and there. And with the separate beauty blender, I go ahead and I start with the blush, blend into the bronzer, and then go into the highlighter. It's quick because my battery is dying on here. So next I'm going to go in with some powder. This is the NYX setting powder. I like to get a little bit and kind of pat it on the back of my hand, and then just tap it all over my face. And this is to hold the makeup everywhere that you put it. The kabuki, and just brush everything off. Again, avoiding your eyes. Then with the fluffy foundation brush, I go into my Fit Me powder, It's a powder foundation and I just go all over my face. I did receive another question asking, what are your favorite things about the Disney parks aside from the attractions and shows? My answer to that has to be just the sense of like freedom that you have when you're there, because I feel like life just gets so hectic and heavy sometimes that you need a sense of escape. And truly Disney has been like my go-to like therapy basically, because it's a place that I can go and be myself and not be judged and feel like a kid again, to be honest. And that's why I love Disney so much. Next I'm going to go in for my bronzer. This is the Alice in Wonderland T Anyone bronzer palette by Wet n Wild. I go into my cheekbones right where we had put that bronzer cream stick. Go into my hairline, and then we'll do the jawline. And blend it into the neck. Again, the better your skin is, the better your makeup's gonna go on. I need to try to fix this before Saturday. But anyways, next I'm gonna go in with my blush. The blush is gonna be Sweet Cheeks by NYX. This is in the color Citrine Rose. And again, because we're going for the Renaissance Fair, I think I'm gonna put a decent amount of blush. Do the W, as they say, where you go into your nose and kind of make a W on your face, which is kind of like e-girl makeup. And once you look kind of crazy, I'm gonna go ahead and I take a fluffy brush and just kind of blend everything a little bit better. And this is a clean fluffy brush, there's nothing on here. So I go into my hairline and I kind of try to fade that out a little bit. You can even go over the blush a little bit just to kind of fade it out, just a little bit. From here, I'm going to go into my highlighter, which we're doing the Kylie Jenner Batman highlighter in the color Gotham City. Just go in there with the fan brush and add a bunch of this on here, and also go over my nose. And then we're going to go in with the ColourPop glitterily obsessed like gel glitter, and I've been literally obsessed with this, especially for Disney. I'm gonna just tap a little bit here because we want to look magical. She was a fairy. I put too much right here. Oh god. Okay, I'll just put it all over my nose. We'll see how that looks. I may have put too much because I can't really see, but oh well, it's not like this is the final look. And then when you want to make your eyes look very innocent and like stand out, I like to go in with a white liner, a pencil liner, and just outlining the bottom waterline, and do that on both sides. Next I'm going to go in with my Epic Inked eyeliner by NYX, Tried and True, and go ahead and do my liner. Sorry, I normally freehand my eyeliner, but like in the mirror, or use the tape, and I've never done it like that, so not bad, not bad. Alrighty, last steps are going to be to prime the face with setting spray and then add the lashes. So again, NYX Tried and True, the matte finish primer. Now we're going to go ahead and let that dry and then add the lashes. And with the Ardell Foam Ink in 817, I'm going to go ahead and apply a little bit of the Duo Green Glue just to the lash line and let it dry until it gets a little bit translucent. And my suggestion when putting on lashes is if you have smaller eyes, definitely measure them before you put the glue and trim them down to the size that you need. But once you have the glue on, I always like to, I use tweezers, you can also use your hands, apply it right in the middle. And then once it sticks, I like to adjust the outer corner and then the inner corner just to make sure that they are lined up perfectly. I let them start to dry and I make sure that I push back in very gently to make sure that they are holding in place. Now time to do the other eye. And to finish off this look, I'm going to go ahead and do some mascara. This is the Maybelline Sky High in the waterproof one. I just go over my false lashes so that my real lashes blend in. And then I also do the bottom lashes. And the last step, finally, is going to be the NYX Lip IV Hydrating Gloss Serum. This is in the color Hydra Honey. This one is a new one that came out from NYX, and I actually really like it. I've also gotten lots of compliments on it. But yeah, this is officially the final makeup look for the Renaissance Fair. I think I am going to keep this as the look that I use, only because I like the way the eyeshadow came out. I like the little glitter. And then with this, I think it'll match nicely, especially with my little crown here. I think this is gonna be the perfect look, obviously when I put it on correctly. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for coming along on this little journey with me, and thank you for asking all the wonderful questions. For those people that reached out to me and we need to plan things, I will reach out to you, I promise, just as soon as I get this video out. But thank you guys for the love and support. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Share us with your friends and your family, and we'll see you later. Bye.